HeiseSays viewers of financial Giga Chads. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I thought we'd have a little bit of fun today. I put a survey, a poll up yesterday asking, well, how you're feeling financially, what type of debt you have, if you're in trouble, or if you're feeling fine. Now, I was prompted to do that by my wife, Rachel. She reminded me of how much more stressful our life was when we had consumer debts. Right now we've got our mortgage, but back then, we had a car loan, you had a loan for this, you had a personal loan, you had a credit card, all of these other things that are just hoovering up money every month. And you're thinking, it's not that much for that little credit card or that car, we can afford that, but it all adds up together. And the point she wanted to make is even if interest rates go up, we've got a mortgage, it's going to be much less stressful than if we had all of these other things, limiting our ability to adjust and adapt. And that got me thinking, I wonder how many of my viewers are in a similar situation. So I put a poll up, and let's have a look at that. And I was genuinely surprised, or should I say surprised? I was encouraged and happy to see the results of the poll. Not entirely too surprised when we look at the demographic of the channel. So if we have, here we go. So Rachel reminded me we had 1,400 votes. Thank you all very much for voting. These are the size of the surveys. Hang on, let me make the screen a bit bigger. These are the size of the surveys that Finder does. We see these articles. Australians are going broke left, right, and centre because such and such, or we need more doll and things like this. These are the size of those surveys. And I actually wanted to do this video first today because I've got some depressing ones I'll be looking at later about people pretty much struggling with these interest rate increases. And of those of you at home, we're at 4.1%. And there's discussions in the media of the cash rate hitting 4.85%. Now, the delta change is what we need to look. You can see on this chart here the change in the cash rate, guys. There are going to be some of us that have had a mortgage long enough that we're above probably rates that we had if you had it for 10 years. You're approaching what you got right at the beginning. You've only known it good times going down. Well, now we're seeing the other side of this manipulation. But it's the people that bought in during the mania, that believed the media, that are going to get stung. So that's why I wanted to start the day with this video. So, I'm recording this early in the day before I start any of my other work. I'm doing a visualization rendering job, and I'm learning a new tool. I'm doing it all in the the Unreal Engine. So I'm shifting from the previous software I used to this one, and it's a bit of an exhausting process learning and upskilling in something. But it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Anyway, back on topic. So Rachel reminded me of how much more stressful life was when we had consumer debts like car loans, credit cards, personal loans. I'd imagine that interest rate increases would be unmanageable for some due to other loans destroying any chance of servicing growing mortgage repayments. What's your take? And how many of my viewers have extra consumer debt? And here is the one why I'm calling you the Giga Chads of the channel that are debt-free, 48%. 48%. Cheers to that, lads. The majority of you are lads. Good work, and lasses. Being debt-free. That's the Dave Ramsey life, isn't it? The less debt you have, they're all just stresses, all just adding stress to your life. This is why one of the arguments I have against compulsory superannuation is that limits your ability to address other debts that you accumulate. I mean, would you rather have a chunk of super that's not there and less time having a mortgage in your life? I mean, what's going to be better? Maybe they just want to get us all stressed, so we're hopped up on garbage pills and things. That's what happens if you follow the rules, isn't it? If you live life normally, or as you should. But anyway, 48% are debt-free. Congratulations, good work, lads. 35% have a mortgage, just a mortgage, and they're feeling fine. So they're not worried with the interest rate increases. Either they're like me and have locked in, or I think, what is it? Hang on. Next, one guy's got a 12 grand mortgage, or a tiny mortgage, we'll see in the comments. I just have a mortgage and I'm in trouble. That's 5%. So that might be people that bought in during the mania or stretched themselves too far, or lifestyle changes. Life changes. Things happen. How many of the mortgage forced sales are because of divorce? I have a mortgage and consumer debt and I'm feeling fine, 7%. So the 7% of people that probably have a reasonable enough income that can manage that. And 5%, I have mortgage and consumer debt and are in trouble. So, and let's have a look at, you know what, we will go by the top comments. And the top one is Blobfish King with his Hex logo. I don't feel so trapped now that I'm totally debt-free. That's the secret. You know, Dave Ramsey's right, even though there's a lawsuit against him. You know, you don't want your debtor is slave to the lender. I would argue that one of the, if not intended, unintended consequences of having such high house prices and such big mortgages that lock people in for so long is that you get a more compliant population. I wonder if we could... Is that a cause and effect? Because if you've got something to own, you're not going to cause any trouble. I mean, look at the middle class in America now. What about that nurse? You see that nurse who had a bike stolen and was asking for help and everyone turned on her? There you go. The middle class won't fight if they got something to lose. Anyway, what's the reply here? So jealous of you. We'll give him a heart there. How much and how long did it take to pay off your mortgage? Ryan is going, live within your means, postpone gratification, save first and spend later. That's the rules I live by. Good work. Raphael. Growing up poor in Latin America has taught me to budget every cent. I have a mortgage, car loan, and Hex, but not struggling. Good work. Good work. I mean, that's it. Heise has the most money-suave viewers, 50% debt-free. Yeah, we were, but a few more people voted. Still, that's pretty bloody good. It's not surprising, but here we go. Or a lot over 55s. And this is what's not true. Well, let's look at the audience of the channel, and we'll have a bit of a sneak peek here at behind the scenes of the channel. Now, this is my audience analytics, okay? And this is for the last 28 days, but let's pull it out to lifetime for the channel. And you'll see it'll update, and I have a shot of coffee because I need one. This is my morning coffee. We've made one of the all of the kids, one of their tasks on their homeschooling checklist is make daddy a coffee. It's awesome. So, well, we've got 35,800 subscribers. Okay, it does. You can see here there's two lines. There's returning viewers and new viewers. So the light blue line is the new viewers, and the purple line is returning viewers. So you can see how my channel has a lot of people that keep coming back, a lot of regular viewers. And we've got 35,000. We can see here back when I started in June 2017, it, 1, 2, 4. It's interesting to see some of the peaks that subscribers shot up. And yeah, that's just how it is. Now, here in the last 90 days, notice here Australia's economic doom. That's a very high video. It brought a lot of people back. We'll have no builders left to build houses. My screaming photograph, which is good, working well. But there you go. I mean, this is what grew the audience. It's interesting to see. If you really get into the YouTube, you've got to analyze this stuff and target it. And not really. We can see here, Michael, he's doing really, nearly hitting 200,000 subs. There you go. Good old Aussie YouTuber. And then Walk the World, 64,000. Good. And a lot of your nine news viewers. Stephen Van Meter, he's there. Hanson's one. Please explain. I'm loving those cartoons. They're just so funny. And this gives you an idea of what channels are popular with the viewers. You can see here some of these. I know a lot of news. Avi, Dangerous Dan's reviews. I haven't seen these. Mortgage Broker Australia, Friendly Geordie. There you go. We got some Friendly Geordie viewers. Now, I wonder what percentage this poll would be from the Friendly Geordie viewers of the channel. Do you think if he did this poll, it'd be the same? I wonder, honestly, because they're a lot younger, and that's the thing. And the Juice Media, they do some good stuff. So there's some stuff I often will check, or not often, once in a blue moon, I'll check here to see what other content and other channels people are viewing. And I find stuff I'd never even heard of. And let's see what you're watching in the last 7 days. Michael is freaking out again. It starts now. It happens. I mean, Michael has his thumbnail game and his engagement game. He knows what he's doing. He's really worked it. I'm really happy for him and impressed in the strategy that he's using. But I just personally, I don't think the world is as dire a strait as he tends to portray in the videos. And the concern is that you get addicted, you get hopped up on all this negative shit, and you can find yourself in a bubble, a self-perpetuating bubble. So, but I mean, good on him. I stopped watching him when he started crying on his channel. I can't. I don't know. If you see me crying on my channel, it would have to be if someone died in the family. That'd be the only reason. Even then, I probably wouldn't. Anyway, maybe I'm too stoic for YouTube. We can see here, walk the world, mortgage stress, house price hikes, what central banks did just change everything. Yeah. So you can see here, this gives an overview of what people are talking about. What's Hanson done here? The rental crisis. Okay, that might be interesting to see where they take on it. But yeah. So if we keep going down here, you can see when people are viewing. So most people are viewing at nighttime. So this is when you put your videos out. There's a big gap here in the morning where we're all still sleeping. So I've got an Australian audience. That's what I have. I have an Australian audience. I discuss Australian news. I focus on Australian topics. We have a look here. So, everyone getting back from work, watching it after dinner, or maybe in the car ride home, commuting, or hopefully not. It looks like after work, or, when the kids are in bed. So you can see here what people are watching. Videos, shorts, and live. Slightly less people watch the lives. I can't do lives at the moment, guys. I've got the 4G internet here, and I'm burning through the data. It's expensive. And this is the notification bells. Just interesting to see if you know. But let's have a look at 50% of the viewers, 50.5% are subscribed, and 49.5% are not subscribed. Okay, cool. Here we can say that geography, 79%, nearly 80% of you are Aussies. A few Americans, New Zealanders, United Kingdom, and Canada. Now, this is interesting. The geography, when it comes to your money that you make on YouTube, the ad revenue, it depends on who you attract, the audience. It depends on the geography, the age, the gender. That all makes a difference. So we can see here where we are a sausage fest, lads. It's 88.2% male that are watching the channel, and 11.9% female. So it's gone up a little bit. 0% unspecified, so I guess I'm not hitting that demo. What does that give us for? Oh, it'll all be the same. Now here's the ages, the age demo. So 13 to 17-year-olds, 0%. So I've got no children watching the channel, which is good because none of my videos are made for children. 2.8% are 18 to 24-year-olds. 25 to 34-year-olds are 21.3%. 35 to 44-year-olds are 31.1%. 45 to 54-year-olds are 23.2%. And 55 to 64 are 14.2%. So, and then those of you over 65 are 7.4%. So let's grab out the calculator here. Let's grab out the calculator and we'll do some sums just to show that no, the channel isn't full of a whole bunch of oldies. Sure, we got some of them watching, which is good because we're all getting old. 23.2. So that's up to 55. So 78.6% of the viewers of the channel are below 55 years old. So there you go. I mean, the fact that we've got, let's see, people from 45 is 23.2 plus 14.2 plus 7.4. There's 44%. So that could be these guys, hopefully 45 and above, are the debt free. But then again, you've got people that are still going to be paying off their house between this period here. So guys, it's not that we're all just a bunch of retired boomers watching the channel laying back with our big property stack of gains. So there's something a little bit different here going on. I just think it's the type of content I produce. So yeah, guys, I thought I would go through this just to show you a little bit of what's going on here. So it's interesting to see. So let's keep checking out some of these comments here. Do student loans count as a mortgage? They certainly feel like they do. Here in Australia, you've got the HEX system where you pay at the end of the year. It's not as bad as America, but it's going to feel bad this year. I'm debt averse to the point of avoiding mortgages. I have a lot less buying power short term, but the lack of debt-induced stress will probably make me live longer, the Jimbro is saying. Yeah, but the thing is with a mortgage, if it's not a crazy amount, it's manageable. I remember when we first moved into here, our mortgage was less than our rent. That just shows you. And it's the opportunity cost. Here's the thing, it's the opportunity cost of not getting in on the bloody property bandwagon as opposed to not. That's what you have to consider. I mean, there are other YouTubers I've watched in the past who they made significant money on YouTube, enough to buy a house, and they saved it all up to buy a house with cash. They regretted doing it because of that opportunity cost. Although I don't agree with all his advice from Ben, I read Dave Ramsey's books a few years back, immediately destroyed all credit cards, and paid down my house loan quickly. I'd recommend most people do the same. Plan to buy a much nicer house in the future, probably not in line with Dave's ideas, but we want it. So there you go. I mean, Dave's got some good advice. If you haven't checked out his channel, I recommend you do. I voted debt-free because although I have debts, they're not incurring interest. I have the funds in term deposits to cover them when they do start incurring interest. Well, there you go. My rate triples in 3 months, but it's fine. Fully intend on having a lotto win between now and then. Now, Chris is coming off the mortgage cliff, the fixed interest rate cliff that some of us are going to experience. Zero consumer debt, learnt my lesson in my teens with a $13,000 car loan. Felt trapped and never again. Not even a credit card since, only a mortgage. Fantastic. I've actually noticed my credit card, my business one, that I haven't been using, just got hit today because I didn't update Google. My yearly data storage. There you go. Oh, boy. I'll have to change it. And here we go. Stiff is asking what age bracket the viewers are. I'm 35 years old with a $570,000 mortgage in Perth, and I have an Amex card at 25 grand, which I have had to use as we have renovated our kitchen, put in a powered shed, bought furniture and white goods. Yeah, you didn't have to do that though, mate. You chose to do it. You can go with all of those things. You can go without. You can put up with the shit. Well, you probably can. The missus can't put up with the shit kitchen for a bit longer. You can do that. You don't have to do these things. And Amex, they charge you an arm and a leg more than anyone else. But he's got enough money. I'm a boiler maker in the mining industry, so it doesn't matter. My partner works part-time as well. I was just wondering what most of your viewers retired or the cusp of retiring or don't have a mortgage. And, well, this is why I went through the channel figures to show you guys. Now, the problem that Stiff might face here is if he loses the Boilermaker job, which I doubt is going to happen. Why wouldn't he just weld up the kitchen himself, Stainless steel, weld it all together like a commercial kitchen. Oh, it'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? Just metal and concrete. Just hose it off. Oh, yeah. But yeah, $570 isn't an insane mortgage, but it is going to get more expensive. I'm in my mid-30s, dink. I rent, so no mortgage. Double income, no kids. Paid off my HEX and have no credit card debts. With many of my friends, managed to rack up into the thousands. Yeah, it's the credit cards. They're not a good thing. They are a bad thing. I've got one at a $500 limit, and that's just because trying to get rid of it, I'll have to drive to the bank to sort it out. I've close to 200,000 savings, but it seems absurd to buy property in the current environment. Both and raised in eastern suburbs of Sydney. Okay, so he's got good savings, so that could be earning you some decent money now. But here's the thing: when's ever going to be a good time to get in a property? And it depends in Sydney if you're shopping around. It's just nuts. Klaus Schwab will free everyone of financial troubles. You'll own nothing and be happy. Yeah, I think his attempt at a great reset is kind of, fizzled now. I'm liking Scott Adams' take on it. With so many egos in a room at the WEF, nothing will ever happen. So we'll have to see. I think people are stupid enough to just keep piling it on. What I'm worried about is they're going to vote hard left here in Australia and more socialism. That's what scares me more than anything. And it's just going to screw up costs Got another article we'll look at, solar panels being removed early and put in landfill. So it kind of negates the whole cradle-to-cradle environmental benefit. Oh, well. Are the debt-free people still under financial strain? It would be good to see this the states cross-analyzed with savings, income, and strain. Only 10% of people here are under any financial pressure. Do the feelings change depending on whether the response lays blames for financial strain, or are they fine? That's an interesting one from Nick. Maybe I'll have to do another poll to ask people that. I'll have to see. I mean, most of them look doing pretty good. In my 40s, paid off my house in a regional town. I'd struggle to afford a 2-bed unit if I had to buy at current prices with a 20% deposit. I'm debt-free and don't own a home. Interest rates going up and prices not going down makes the idea of buying a pretty terrible value proposition, especially when the deposit is earning $600 a month on its own. Okay. So they've got a healthy deposit. That's the thing, though. When you buy a house, you'll lose that $600 a month, and that's the purchasing power of that $600 has gone down dramatically. But that's still 2 cartons of cigarettes. That's all taxes. Bloody hell, this country. Come on. Oh, it's bullshit, isn't it? So just add a few other options. People may find people are sneaking their way into the majority debt-free rent. Stress, not stress, plus consumer debt. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Should have clarified the debt-free options, i.e. home owning or renting makes a big difference. Yes, it does, I guess, but I don't know. It depends. Depends on how big your debt is. Even if you're renting and have no debt, you'll still be probably better off than someone who's got a mortgage and has a whole lot of debt. So, totally debt-free, $60K in the bank, currently renting. Would love to buy a house for my wife and 3 kids, but with a total income of $115K, can only borrow $500,000. This is the problem. This is the APRA rules. The APRA rules calculating your interest at a much higher rate. We've been looking, but I feel we have missed our opportunity to buy as most 4-bedroom North Brisbane are now $700,000 plus. Even in areas like Launton and Bray Park, which pre-pandemic were $400,000. Yeah, Brisbane, and we'll bring this up here. This is my city. It's just gone stupid. It's just gone utterly stupid. You can see here. I looked at my bank portfolio evaluation of my property, which is bullshit. But it's gone down, guys. It's gone down. But I'm still only up over 100%. It doesn't make sense. You can see here this increase, and the thing is, it's because we're more attractive to Southerners. Yeah, I mean, it's a $400,000 mortgage is manageable. An $800,000 mortgage on $100,000 is not. Big difference between feeling fine and trouble. I have a loan listed and I'm concerned, which is a lot of us plebs. I would be feeling, but everyone's always concerned. Okay, you're always going to be concerned. You're always going to be worried. I feel like Heise's audience is so far from the average Australian with no financial literacy. Now I think we get a warped view of the average Aussie, because their ABC will find some fucking drongo dropkick who knows shit all, can't even wipe their own ass, and are blaming, I took out all these 50 loans from payday lenders. We need to regulate. Okay, that's bullshit. Okay, that's bullshit. They take advantage of people to generate views. That's what they're doing. You'll see it again and again and again. And they're people who maybe they're just on the verge of becoming financial literate because they have to make some stupid mistakes. That's normal and a part of life. Sadly, we all have to do it. You can be told, do this again, but no, you got to piss away $13,000 and be locked in a loan on a car like that young guy, like the guy said in his teenage years. Sometimes you need to go through the shit to learn. But they just play it up. So we all think everyone's a bloody drooling idiot that doesn't know anything. And I know it feels like that sometimes. It really does. when you see what people are voting for and they think the world's going to end in 2 years. But still, I think the average Aussie's financial literacy is at a much higher level than the media will portray. Okay, they'll just... It's the bias there, guys. Anyway, so, I mean, some good takes here from viewers, and I'm going to stop before I get more angry. And this video's nearly gone for half an hour. So let's finish up with a bit of a chat, eh? Press this button. No, press this button. There you go. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and thank you all for partaking in the poll. We definitely have an audience of financial Giga Chads here, guys. Awesome. Good work. Congratulations to all of you that are out of debt. Congratulations to everyone that has learned a hard lesson or that is turning their financial life around. It's all just about reducing stress, really. That's all it is. It's just less stress. I think that's the older you get, you realize what's important, what matters, and just, you know, you don't need much to wake up and feel happy. You really don't. You know, a weak coffee that your kids make for you and not a huge bloody sort of Damocles hanging over you with financial stress. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Check out my other channels, HeiseBim and Heise Does, if you enjoy my content. If you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Don't support any YouTubers or content creators if you can't afford to, okay? That is a luxury item. It's a luxury item that, you know, Jeremy on the quartering gives you a sob story every bloody week how he's going broke. No, he's not, okay? He'll just put out some more videos and make money. Don't fall for that shit. Call us if you need an architect or use our referral links if you're going to anyway. And take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Fix the camera. All good. But annoying me the whole video. So polished. Professional.